name is Shannon Gose. I work for Ada County Highway District. I am a stormwater quality specialist focusing on green stormwater infrastructure and vegetation. So I'm a big plant person. I fell in love with the plants. They are such a big part of the ecosystem and so easily overlooked and taken for granted. Okay, we have the sage here, and it's got unique flower structure, unique leaf structure, has smells, and only certain kinds of bugs like this particular plant. And to see that interaction between this plant and how this plant influences that plant, which influences the migratory birds or the pollinators or the insects or the rodents that are running by. They provide habitat, nesting, feeding. What we're doing here with vegetating these basins and swales, bioplanters in and around parking lots, hardscapes along roadways, it provides green spaces, it improves the aesthetic quality and improves our ability to clean all the stormwater runoff off of our roadway systems before it gets into our rivers, lakes, our groundwater. So this is all the debris that gets picked up from the road. Sediment and flakes of tires and all sorts of other kind of junk that comes into this basin and doesn't enter into our waterways. So being able to collaborate with the Endangered Species Coalition and with Dragonwing has really improved our success rate. With our collaboration, we've been able to use the donations from the Endangered Species Coalition to buy plants from Dragonwing Nursery so we can plant them in there. So they're starters, they're already to the point of being mature, and these plants are already naturalized to these areas, and it makes a huge difference and gives us a jump start. We won't be using any fertilizers, we're not using herbicides, we're not using pesticides. We're supporting and creating happy and healthy soils by introducing these plants. My hope is this would be a project that is an example on how we can create a built environment that is more conducive to our native environment. Little things that we do can make huge impacts and then affects things like the pygmy rabbits or the sage grouse or the pronghorns, and we'll start losing that like we're seeing with the pollinators and the monarchs. We're losing them too because we're losing that environment. We are part of that ecosystem. Our built environment is an ecosystem and it's a part of an ecology, and we need to remember that when we build sites and do any kind of infrastructure to incorporate that, to allow that bridging gap, and we're not just pushing animals in the living ecosystem out, but rather living with it.
To donate to the Endangered Species Coalition Pollinator Protectors campaign, please follow the link. Your donation will put native plants in the ground for monarchs and other native pollinators across the United States.